Hi. Didn't notice you there. I'm Tim. I'm here today to talk about my ecology project for school. Yeah. Today I invited Dr. Steve Uberhausgamer here today to help me out. Here he is. Hi, Steve.
Hi.
Hi. I've invited you out here today to instruct the class about our trees and skies and breezes, outside.
Sounds good.
You can do that? Okay.
I can do that. I have a PhD in forests.
What school did you go to?
You've never heard of it.
Okay. Would you like to lead us?
Sure thing, Tim. This way.
Here we go.
Do you mind if I grab a walking stick?
Oh, sure. Just grab one.
Awesome.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah. Walking sticks are overrated sometimes. I think we'll be fine. Let's keep going.
All right. Professor, what can you tell me about this landscape here?
Well, Jim, I can...
Stand.
What?
No, nothing. Keep on.
Okay.
Rolling.
This landscape was formed hundreds of years ago in the last ice age, when the ice got so heavy that it compacted into dirt. So we're standing on ice rock, is what the scientific term is. Sometimes it can form kilometers of ice rock on top of the earth. Now, what you can see here is this steep hill. I'll walk down a ways just so you can see. Whoa. Now, this ice rock, it's very fragile and falls apart, just like dirt, or soil as the scientists call it. And since it's made out of ice, it does eventually melt over time, but very slowly. So what you see here is the bank is melting away, slowly over years, I guess. That's why it's so steep here, because it's melting. Yes, sir. Anything else, Jim?
How does the moon affect any of this?
Good question. Many students don't think about how it affects things. The moon, that's right. Sometimes the moon, since this is water, ice essentially, in a dirt form, the moon can pull it in tides and such. That's why sometimes you get rifts and earthquakes.
Good to know.
Yes. Now, there's one tree I'd like to tell you about. It's this one right here. Commonly known as the paper tree. The Latvian term for it is Picea frigidius. It gets its name because it grows on these ice soils like I told you about. It was prized by the ancient Egyptians for its clothing making strands and fibers. Although this does not affect its name. They don't have very many ice soils over in Egypt land, so it was very hard to get a hold of. And thus its prizedness. Yes. Cool tree. Let's keep going. Oh, neat. What'd you got there, Tom? This looks like some sort of... Oh, yes. This is the northern purple flying squid flower, because it looks like a squid sort of flying in water. It also is called flying because it grows off the ground. You can see how the plant is grown along this other thing. I don't know what it is. It's grown along it. And it's almost like it's flying off the ground. And it's purple. Some people who worship squids use it as a offering to their squid deities. We don't have very many of these people here though, but some people can sell it at export prices. So this is becoming an endangered flower because squid worshippers are taking all of it for their weird squid purposes.
I don't remember reading about this one.
It's not in textbooks, it's secret. We don't want the squid people to find it.
Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty fancy stuff. Now we'll keep going. Oh, I forgot to tell you. We have subterranean brawling bees in this area. So be careful where you step or they might attack you. And they're very painful buggers. But they're okay. This beetle, this is some sort of tree boring, spiky wood borer of some sort. You can see that he's in the insect class because he has 6 legs, and these are hard wing-like structures that don't actually work very well on his back. Now, the insect class is very interesting because there's so many millions of species of different things. This little guy is farming for algae and hunting ants. He's a predatory nomadic farmer beetle who lives inside trees. He makes his homes inside them. Pretty cool stuff. Let's go look. Okay, here we're going to talk about these subterranean brawling bees I mentioned earlier. They live underground and they have a warrior caste society where the strongest, most brawlingest bee wins. He's the king. Now, they live underground so it's hard to find them. But if you kick around, sometimes you can agitate them.
Are you sure you should be doing that?
It's all safe. The brawling bees only attack things that they think they can take on. Humans are too tough. Maybe. Oh, Tim, we gotta go. Tim, we gotta go. What?
This is a pretty steep hill.
Yeah, this is where some of the erosion and melting of the soils is happening. You can see that there's a wildlife path through the middle of it. This is where all our mountain beasts are. No. Some of our larger animals and giant rabbits, they live in here. Here, go ahead, Jim.
Thank you. It sure is hot outside today, Professor Meister.
That's why it's important to drink lots of water, Tim.
Oh boy, water's good for the body, Professor. That's what
right.
I read in a dictionary Wikipedia somewhere.
If you don't drink enough water, your body can shrink and the skin is too tight and you'll explode like an overripe water balloon.
No, I've never realized that one.
It's a true fact, Tim. Make sure you drink lots of clean, healthy water.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
Ah!
So, this tree is called Broom Witch's Bane. It's called that because back in medieval times, witches would make their brooms out of this because it was extra buoyant and they could fly really well with it. Now, it's their bane because all the knights and the clergymen, they knew which people to target because their brooms were made out of this wood. So, Now, I want you to take a nice lick. Lick this tree.
Why?
Tell me what it tastes like.
Okay. Gah!
Salty, right?
Yeah.
That's sort of where it gets its name from, too. It's sort of salty like the thighs of a witch.
Oh.
Interesting facts. So, what we have here, Tom, is we have some bear poop here. Now, bear poop is very important for the soils because the bears have a lot of bacterial culture inside their intestines. Bears are famous for being magnets of bacteria. They're like a giant sack of bacteria that's covered in fur and meat. Now, when they poop out onto the forest floor, this bacterial culture goes with it, and it goes into the soil, and this is where bugs come from. Bugs hatch from this bacteria. They have, like, change and metamorphize into bugs from this bacteria here. As you can see, there's lots of bugs crawling on it. They're probably eating their weaker brothers and sisters. That's how nature goes, though. Let's keep going.
What have you found for us?
Oh,
For here.
I found a good example of their ice soils. As you can see here, like what I talked about earlier. You want to know anything about it?
Is it cold to touch?
Here, try it out.
Oh, it's a little chilly. It's a little chilly.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not ice anymore, it's mineralized water. So it's not cold like ice, but it's certainly not warm. Like sun.
What state would you call this to be? What state of solid?
It's a solid mineral sort of state. It's mineralized water, so heavily mineralized and compressed that it turned into a soil.
When it decomposes, it seems like it flows.
That's right. It's decomposition. Eventually it melts again and turns back to water.
Wow. Helping that ozone.
That's right.
Yeah. Dramastic. Oh, hey, Uberman. What's
what?
up there? What are we looking at?
Oh, good eyes. That might be some sort of den, or maybe it's just a big root wad. Let's go check it out. Oh, it's just a root wad. Watch your step, Tim. It's very slippery up here.
I can see what you mean.
Well, Tom, it seems like you spotted a root wad, not a den like we had thought before. Now, root wads are from when a tree falls over and the roots go flying up into the sky, and it's like a big wad of gum on the ground. Now, judging from the claw marks on the tree up there, I'd say that this was pushed over by a large adult Sasquatch. There's some Sasquatch hunters in this area trying to find the Sasquatch, but nobody's really found it yet, so.
I never knew that.
Yeah, you can come up here and have a look if you want to see.
No, thank you. It's pretty scary.
Oh, okay. I understand. Root wads can be a scary place, you know. But they play an important role in the ecology of this area because they kill the old trees, and then these old trees recycle their nutrients, and the wood fiber feeds all the little critters like the deer and the squirrels and the beavers and all other sorts of things like that. Yeah, and it also helps to expose all the little critters in the ground and kill them off. Important things. Yeah. Okay, Timmy, we've just got one last lecture in store for you today, and it's about a tree.
Is it this tree?
Why, yes it is.
Okay.
This is the northern aspen coconut, or the Latvian name is Populus seedless. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the seed with the coconut, which is at the very top. So you're going to hop on my back and we're going to climb up this tree, all right?
Oh, okay. Let's do that. Here.
Yeah, just like that.
I got 1 foot.
Yeah, just like that. Okay.
Okay, up.
I'm lifting. Okay.
Oh,
You ready?
I can almost reach it. It's.
Oh boy, Timmy. That was a good one. Can we reach those coconuts?
I got it.
That's the spirit.
Oh. What did we learn today? We learned about the running ice water lands. They're drippy. We also learned about Egyptian paper trees. You don't want to mess with those guys. Or the brawling bees. They'll come after you. We know. We also learned about staying hydrated in the hot sun. One more thing is that ambulances take a long time to get to the scene. I can tell you that from experience. That's what we learned. I hope I get an A for all of this.